day, everyone. I am Gagne'S Bigyo, and today I'll be discussing the Module 11, which is the Gagne'S condition of learning. But before that, I prepared the Energizer song. So kindly repeat after me. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, how are you? I'm glad to be with you. And you, and you, and you. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Okay, I hope you energize of my song. Again, I will be discussing the Module 11, which is the Gagne'S condition of learning. So, who is Robert Gagne? So, Robert Gagne, born on August 21, 1916, he died on April 28, 2002. Born in North Andover, he is an educational psychologist, best known for his book Conditions of Learning. So, Gagne's condition of learning. There are categories of learning and 9 events of instruction. So, the categories of learning, there are 5. The verbal information, intellectual skills, cognitive strategies, attitude, and motor skills. So, the 9 events of instructions. So, we will know later what are the categories of learning and the 9 events of instruction. Before that, we proceed to the Gagne's principles. So 1. Different instructions is required for different learning outcomes. So kailangan, kung mag-prepare kag learning outcomes or learning objectives, kailangan mag-use ka og different instructions. Mao na ang gikuan ni Gagne's ni Gagne. And then Gagne's theory assert that there are several different types of levels of learning. Mao to ang 5. The 5 types of learning are intellectual skills, cognitive strategies, verbal information, attitudes, and motor skills. So, intellectual skills, problem solving, discriminations, concept, and principles. So, as a teacher, may bala na to dire kung kani nga bata na siya intellectual skills. Kay kablo siya mo problem solving. And then the second one is cognitive strategy, metacognition strategies for problem solving and thinking. So ang cognitive strategy nagyapon siya problem solving. So metacognition, thinking by thinking. So mao na ang metacognition, nag-use siya og mind. Kabaluta nga nag-use siya og mind kay cognitive, it is mind. So the next is verbal information, facts about knowledge. So, when you say facts about knowledge, dapat if maghatag-tag information sa estudyante, dapat jud nga sakto or dapat tama. Kay pag unsa tong itudlo sa ila ha, mo na nila. Mao na ilang masulod sa ilang utok. So the next one is attitude, action that a person chooses to complete. So, mone, if you choose a bad person, if it's yourself. Or if you choose the good person, ikaw na ga-choose sa ikaw na bahala sa imong attitude. Kung gusto ba ka bad or good, mao na ang attitude. Kung unsay mong gi-choose, if mag-adto pa ka sa right path or wrong path, mao na ang attitude. So the next one is motor skills, behavioral, physical skills. So motor skills atong gamiton kay body movement. Mao na ang motor skills. So, the example of the verbal information sa learning outcomes. So, stating previously learned such as fact, concept, principles, and procedure. Example, listing the 14 learner centered. So, sa verbal information, kay taga na to atong estudyante og magpa-search ta o kung saang 14 learner-centered mo na. So, draw attention to distinctive features by variations in print or speech. Present information so that it can be made into chunks. Provide meaningful context for effective encoding of information. provide cues for effective recall and generalization of information. If magkuantag information sa atong estudyante, dapat sakto siya. The fact din siya. Kay kung dili fact, motudlo tag dili sakto sa atong estudyante, ma-adapt na nila until makorreksyonan na sila sa lain. Next one is intellectual skills. Discrimination, concrete concept, defined concept, and rules, then higher. So, concrete concept, identifying classes of concrete objects, features of or events. Example, picking out all the red beads from a bowl of beads. So, ma-identify na to nga red to siya kay nag-consist na siya og daghang beads. Then makita na to, mo to siya galahi, red beads. So, in concrete concept, concrete yun siya. Naagid tayo makitaan nga, mo yun na ang dapat kuhaon. So, next is defined concept. Classifying new examples of events or ideas by their definition. Example, nothing she sells. Next, rules. Applying a single relationship to solve a class problem. Example, computing average monthly income of a company. So, the rules, kung mao ni ang like magpa-solve with using the multiplication or addition or division, kailangan magpa-compute sa itong estudyante, makabalo na sila kung unsa nga problem ang ilang ma-solve. And the next is order rules. Applying a new combination of rules to solve a complex problem, generating a balanced budget. So, kailangan na asya murag budgeting kung maggasto siya aning adlaw o dili ba mo na ang intellectual skills. So, call attention to distinctive features, stay within the limits of working memory, stimulate the recall of previously learned component skills, present verbal cues to the ordering combination of component skills, schedule occasions for practice, use a variety of context to promote transfer. Mao na ang intellectual skills. So, intellectual skills, nag-focus siya sa intellectual sa estudyante. Next, the cognitive strategies. So, example, employing personal ways to guide learning, thinking, and acting, and feeling. Example, constructing concept maps of topic being studied. So, like, example, technology. In the technology, the center of the concept map, mo na ang to, unsay mga branches sa technology, human, or science, mo na ang technology. So, kung unsa siya sa sulod, dapat naagyo na siya branches. Maghimog yung mga branches. So, mo na. Describe, mo mag-construct ang mga bata so that we can makathink sila, oy, naapa di mga branches ang technology di ay. So, describe or demonstrate the strategy, provide a variety of occasion for practice using the strategy, provide informative feedback as to the creativity of the original of the strategy outcome. The next is attitudes. Choosing personal action based on internal states of understanding and feeling. Example, deciding to avoid soft drinks and drinking at least 8 glasses of water every day. So, montong gingon ganina, kung gusto ka kung mag-choose kag bad, nananani mo, it's up to yourself. And mag-choose kag good, it's up to yourself. Basta, kung unsay mong i-decide sa imong kaugalingon, ikaw na bahala sa imong kaugalingon. Sa example, ganyan na, nag-decide ka nga i-avoid ng soft drinks. So, kailangan ka mo drink og 8 glasses of water every day. So, it's just like, it's up to yourself if you're doing that one or not. So, one, establish an expectancy of success associated with the desired attitude, assure student identification with an admired human model, arrange communication or demonstration or choose personal action, give feedback of successful performance o allow observation feedback in human model. So, as a future teacher, if mag-observe ta sa to estudyante nga dito sila batasan, we mag-complement ta sa ila or mag-give tag feedback, tag that's good, kana mo na ang maayo nga atong sundon kay ang importante sa tao kay iyang behavior, attitudes. So the next is, or the last one is motor skills. Example, executing performances involving the use of muscles. Examples, doing the steps of single dance. So, in motor skills, we use our body movement. So, mag in 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 John Dewey theory that that constructivism is about learning by doing. So ganang estudyante nga while learning magdo sila like dancing. Maka-learn sila and ganan sila magdo. And then present verbal or other guidance to cue the executive subroutine. Arrange repeated practice, furnish immediate feedback as to the accuracy of the performance. So kailangan jud ka feedback sa ilaha. Wow, nindot na inyo hang gisayaw ana. Kailangan jud ka mag-feedback kay kung di ka mag-feedback, murag wala mis lagana sa ilang gibuhat kay murag walay pulos. And then encourage the use of mental practice. So kailangan jud mag-practice kay practice makes perfect. So the other principle of Gagne is that learning hierarchies define what intellectual skills are to be learned in a sequence of instruction. So Gagne'S suggests that learning tasks for intellectual skills can be organized in hierarchy according to complexity. So kailangan jud nag-suggest si Gagne nga kailangan kung intellectual skills, kailangan to abstract to complex. Di kay complex diretso nya wa pa di kabalo ang bata, wa siya kabalo unsay sayon yan diretso sa taas. So kailangan din siya kuan siya sa abstract. So Gagne's hierarchy of learning. So mao ni signal learning, mao na ang abstract. Ang stimulus response, training, then Dado na po siya din sa verbal association, kabalo sa mag-socialize sa lain, and discrimination learning, then concept learning, then rule learning, hantod kabalo na sila solve sa isa ka problema. Mao na ang suggest ni Gagne'S para kay ang tawo na ay learning step by step. Dili kay diretso siya sa taas, wa pa siya nasaubos. So ang learning sa tawo step by step. So the third one is the events of learner ways that constitute the conditions of learning. These events should satisfy or provide the necessary condition for learning, serve as the basis of designing instruction and selecting appropriate media. The theory includes 9 instructional and corresponding cognitive process. So mao to ang 9 events. So ano na to kung unsa ang mga 9 events. Kung importante ba siya o dili. So the 9 events of instruction is that kailangan jud siya most abstract to complex. So gaining attention, pique the learner's interest. So as mo ni ang gitawag nato nga motivation. Kailangan din nato mag-gain ang attention sa estudyante before ta mo proceed sa ato ang lesson. Sa next, informing learners of objective, discuss what will be taught. So kailangan as a teacher ato jud na ipakita sa ilaha kung unsa ilahang ma-learn nga karon nga klase. So kailangan na tayo learning objectives or learning outcomes makuha nila sa atong klase. So next is stimulating recall or prior learning. Ask question to call upon what they already know. Muna din mo sulod na diri ang motivation. Mag-ask ka sila examples, mag-ask ka sila kinsa na nakakita sa cat, kinsa na ikat sa ilang balay, kinsa na dog silang balay, unsay color sila. So kabalo na sila. Kabalo sila unsay cat, unsay dog, unsa pa ilaing animals. So the next is presenting the stimulus, teach the lesson. So muna ni ang lesson proper. Kung unsay topic nimo karong adlaw, mo na ang lesson proper. Number 5 is providing learning guidance, allow teacher facilitated student practice. So diri na sulod ang group activity. So nasa collaboration. Then Then kailangan as a teacher ato silang i-observan. Mag-observe ta if nagtinabangay ba sila, nintabang bang isa o wala ba nintabang. So kailangan ano sila ha, lantaw gyud sila ha kung unsa lang gipang buhat. Igura ta mo guide. So number 6 is eliciting performance. Have learner complete a task on what taught. So diri kung niltaw na to kung na ano ba sa mga estudyante ang atong gihatag sa ilaha, nansiran ba nila, na human ba nila, mo na ang eliciting performance, kung na ba sila na learn sa ilang gibuhat nga activity. So next is providing feedback. Let learner know what they did on task. So dapat ipabalan tong ato ang estudyante, dapat ipabalan to ang estudyante kung unsa to nga task ilang gibuhat, para asa to, importante ba to, mga inana. Then number 8, assessing performance. Evaluate learner on their knowledge of what was taught. So diri na mosulod ang evaluation or quiz. So kailangan nato ihatagan og quiz atong estudyante para makabalutan nakasabot ba sila or wala, na ba sila tun-an o wala. Dili nato mibal-en kung dagko ilang score o gagmay. Kung dagko, it means nakasabot sila. Kung gagmay, wala sila nakasabot sa imuhang gidiscuss or need pa nimo og examples para masabtan nila ayo. So next is enhancing retention and transfer. Provide activity to help learners remember what was taught. So diri na ang assignment. So kailangan as a teacher maghatag-tag assignment before sila mo gawas or before sila mauli silang balay, kay para mahinumduman nila kung unsa nga lesson ang ilang gidiscuss karong adlaw or karong adlaw or karong nga time. So mao na ang enhancing retention and transfer. Provide activity to help learners remember what was taught. So the 9 events of instruction is just mura siya step by step sa lesson plan. So that's all. Thank you for listening and bye.